大家好! Welcome to Beijing. My name is Richie. Online in China, you may know me as Ireland Siga. I've lived here for several years, and today I want to show you a very interesting part of Beijing that you might not be familiar with. If you look around here, you can see all these old-style factories which still exist today, different from ancient China like the Forbidden City and the modern part of Beijing like the Bird's Nest and the Olympic Village. But this area particularly is famous now for fashion, art, and if you come here there are plenty of restaurants, bars, cafes, and it is a great place to take some photos. Without further ado, let's go check out what else we can find here. Let's go! Where we are right now is the 758时间站, which pretty much is the 751 time capsule, because right behind me you can see this Thomas the Tank Engine style train was in fact an old steam engine train which used to transport goods all over China. What you see today is exactly what you would have seen all those years ago. But now this place serves a new purpose. It is one of the most popular places to backhat. If you're unfamiliar with backhat, it means to take a photo, to show to everyone where you were and maybe make them a little bit jealous. So that's exactly what we're going to do now. One of the trademark characteristics of this art district is all of the fascinating street art. It's always changing, and today this one caught my eye. If you're not familiar, these two characters you must know. Can you guess what they mean? Beijing. So it's a great place for young artists to come to express their creativity, and every time you come here the street art is different. So you can see full of vibrant colours, and come here next time you'll probably see something completely new. So let's keep going. So this is one of the most popular places in this art district to take a photo. It's a mural of what Beijing is today. So what can you see? Any special attractions you've been to before? So we've made it now to the UCCA Center for Contemporary Art. So any big exhibition that's taking place here will take place at the UCCA Center for Contemporary Art. As you can just see, we just missed the Andy Warhol exhibition, but not to worry, I'm sure there's another fantastic exhibition coming up soon. So let's check it out and see who's inside. And I guess a lot of people want to ask you, what brought you to Beijing, or how did you end up here?
Well, let's see. I started studying Chinese in college, and in my junior year, 2008, I first came to Beijing to study here for about 6 months, and I just fell in love with the city.
What used to be here before, and why did UCCA decide to come here in the first place?
So as you were walking through 798, you probably noticed that very distinctive sawtooth architecture for the roofs.
Right.
And 798 was actually built in the 1950s with the help of East German architects who kind of were trained in the Bauhaus style. So that's why the architecture is really unlike anything you've seen anywhere else in China. So the story of 798 is kind of the story that you see in a lot of art districts around the world, where it's a factory district, then maybe there's some economic reforms, a lot of the factories go under, then you have these giant spaces with very cheap rents, which are, that's catnip to artists, so they all move in. And then from there, that's when the galleries move in, and the restaurants move in, and the bookshops, and the design stores. So that's kind of the story of how 798 kind of grew from this underground space that artists flocked to because they had these giant spaces to the sort of tourist destination that it is today.
Okay.
For UCCA in particular, our founder, a man named Guy Ullens, he had been traveling to Beijing since the 1980s collecting Chinese art.
Okay.
And he was interested in the mid-2000s in founding a museum that could really give back to the artist community. The building that we're in currently actually used to be an audio equipment manufacturer. So that you can see there's our big smokestack over there. That was the original smokestack from the 50s that was used to fire ceramics that were then used in the kind of audiovisual equipment manufacturing process.
So it's still the same general structure.
Still the same structure, yeah.
All right, fascinating. See?